Hello and welcome back to Capping Corner. Today we're going to talk about the Los Alamitos Futurity. It's on Saturday, and it's part of the Derby Trail, of course. I will say this is not the typical type of race that I like. I don't like it when Baffert controls one half of the field, two-thirds of the field. I think that's a little strange. But let's talk about it because it is part of the Derby Trail, and he does have the favorite in this race, Litmus Test, who exits the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, so let's talk about him. Here we have Litmus Test. You can see he finished fourth in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile by 1 3/4 of a length. He has a 102 breeze speed rating for the race, so I can't blame anyone who wants to single this horse. He has the class advantage, he has the speed figure advantage. I just wonder still about the quality of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile because whenever there's a group of horses that finish within one or two lengths of each other, I start to question the quality of the field. In this case, there are four horses within two lengths of each other. And I don't know, I just think that's a little strange. Did they all run that fast? But still, Juan Hernandez does pick him. And again, he does have that 102 breeze speed rating. I can't blame anyone who wants to single Litmus Test. He's an obvious contender in this race. He has tactical speed. He has pace setting speed. It's whatever Juan Hernandez wants to do with him. And he is a contender. I do want to talk about one more horse, though, that could possibly upset him. Let's talk about Litmus Test stablemate, Blacksmith. Blacksmith's last race might not look too hot. He was fifth by 6 1/4 of a length. And it is hard to defend. I admit that. The November 22 race is hard to defend. I do like his October 25 race when he made his career debut, and he was a closing second against Acknowledge Me Please. Let's take a look at the replay really quick. We have it up here. They're in mid-stretch, or early in the stretch. Acknowledge Me Please is on the lead. Blacksmith is in second. And Blacksmith is going to close up the ground in the last few moments of this race. And I do like the way he finishes up. And what happened in that November 22 race? We can take a look at that. And I don't know. I think that Blacksmith was behind horses here. And maybe he didn't want to rally behind horses. That happens with young horses sometimes. They don't like taking dirt. And they just don't try until they get in the clear. And you see Blacksmith got in the clear at that point. And he started to make a mild move towards the finish line. So it makes me think maybe he didn't like taking dirt. Maybe that was a problem. I could be wrong. Maybe he just didn't fire that day. There could be a number of explanations, but I could forgive that race because I liked the first race so much. And he had that 88 breeze speed rating. I do think he could improve off of that. And I like his pedigree for going a mile 116 too. I know Liam's map might not be the best routes that are out there, but I think he could definitely get horses to go a mile 116th. And if you look at Blacksmith's dam line, it's a very familiar dam line. You can go back in his dam line, and Better Than Honor should be a familiar name to those who handicap horse racing. To those who have handicapped horse racing for a while, Better Than Honor should be a familiar name. That's a dam of Jazeel and Rags to Riches, both Belmont Stakes winners. And other good horses have descended from that same line, including Arcangelo from just a couple of years ago, who won the Travers Stakes. So this is a very famous dam line. Better Than Honor. She used to be the Broodmare of the Year one year. I think this is a good route pedigree. The dam line here will help, and Curlin is a dam sire, so there's plenty of power here to get him out 116th. And he just acts like he wants it based on that career debut where he was a closing second to Acknowledge Me Please. I'm going to take a shot on Blacksmith. Again, why would Baffert put him in this race unless he thought he had some ability? I don't think he would misspot his horses that often, especially not in California. So Blacksmith is my choice in this race. Let's talk about a couple other horses, and I'm going to just tell people what I think of them. We just saw Acknowledge Me Please. I wonder if he wants to sprint. This is a route race, a two-turn route race. You see Cantheros is the grandsire. Yes, it's true, is the dam sire. I'm not as familiar with Bachero, but I consider Cantheros a sprint miler sire. So I don't know if this horse wants to go a mile 1/16th. It's possible he could overcome his pedigree. I've seen it before, but I don't like him in this race. I don't want to bet him in this race, and I'm just going to skip him. Now we go down to Providence, and right off the bat, you see Monomoy Girl as the dam. And we all know Monomoy Girl if you've been following horse racing. She was incredible when she was a racehorse. Into Mischief is the sire, and this one broke his maiden on September 27. The speed figure wasn't that great, 87. Well, it was okay. And he won by a length and 3/4 over Plagiarist, and Rio Grande was there. It was fine. It was in September. It's possible he could improve. I wonder if the presence of Monomoy Girl in his breeding will cause him to be overbet. And his other race was also okay on August 23. He was third by 4 lengths against Entrepido. I probably said his name wrong. And Plutarch was in that race. And I know the winner of that race went on to win the American Pharoah Stakes. But then he didn't run well in the British Cup Juvenile. He wasn't in that group of horses I was talking about that was 1 or 2 lengths off of each other. He was farther back. So I wonder if Entrepido is that good. I don't know. He did win the American Pharoah Stakes, so what am I saying? I want to see more out of Providence. I know his last race was in September, and it's possible he has improved since then. Maybe he could contend in this race. I could see people making a case for him, but he's not for me right now. And he does lose Juan Hernandez. Kyle Frey, who I'm not as familiar with, takes up the mount. But again, I'm going to skip him. And let's move on and go down to American King. He was 13 lengths behind Providence. I'm going to skip him as well. Captivator. I've seen a couple of picks for Captivator. He broke his maiden by 10 lengths. It was in one of those restricted races where there's probably a set auction price where it's going to say, like, only horses who have sold for this auction price and lower can enter this race. And he did win by 10 lengths. I just wonder who he beat in that race, though. Again, it was a restricted race, which means the competition was probably weaker. He did earn a 91 breeze speed rating, and he takes the blinkers off. The blinkers come off. But again, I just want to see more from him. I know he could be a good horse. Charlatan is a young sire. He could be a great sire. However, I just want to see another start from Captivator. I don't trust him yet, and I still think he's going to show speed. So even though the blinkers come off, there's going to be plenty of Baffert company up front, and I just wonder how he's going to handle the pace scenario. And he does go 2 turns for the first time as well, so that's another thing to be concerned about. So I'm going to skip Captivator. So Blacksmith is my choice in this race. I know that he's a maiden. His highest speed figure is an 88, and I just knocked another horse who had, an 87 or 86. But I think he's a good horse. They paid $525K for him. He has an incredible dam line. He's a descendant of Better Than Honor. Maybe I'm a little bit biased towards that family, but I'm going to take a shot on this horse. I think he's going to want a route, and he's my pick for the Los Alamitos Futurity. And if you're playing a multi-race wager, you probably have to use litmus test as well. But if I was just playing to win or win in place, Blacksmith is my choice. And thanks for listening, and I'll be back soon. Good luck with your wagers this weekend.